when they come here, they're actually given everything they need to succeed, to find a home. We work with them if they have bad behaviors. So that's something that a lot of people don't have any idea, that there's a difference between a no-kill shelter and a regular shelter. Most shelters are not, in fact, no-kill. 9 Lives is a no-kill. And this guy has a feeding tube because we removed about 7 inches of his intestine yesterday for cancer.
Here I really like their definition of no-kill, which really is truly no-kill unless the animal's very sick and it's really being put down for its own good because there's no other care options for it.
The cats here do not have a time limit. They are not punished because they have illnesses or ailments or disabilities. They can stay here as long as they need to. And in most shelters they have 5 to 10 days to find a home. So they're definitely better off here than at most places. What happens at the pound is that animals are impounded, which is where that word pound comes from, and they are kept for as long as the state mandates, which in California is 5 days, and then they're disposed of, which means they're killed and rendered.
Pounds that automatically will euthanize after a certain period of time, or in some cases will euthanize without even giving the animal a chance at adoption, especially if they're feral or they're injured or things like that. I lived overseas where their solution is just to put poison out. They put poison out a couple times a year, regardless of what animals may pick that up, even pets or even children. I mean, they are completely, that's just how they deal with their problem.
Other places like the pound or like the other shelters that may not be no-kill or have our same definition of no-kill philosophy. We're all doing what we can to help with the overpopulation situation, and I think the best we can do is just kind of advocate our philosophy, show that it works, and maybe work with other organizations to adopt it someday.
We kind of live in a disposable society, and everybody just thinks, oh, if there's a problem, you just get rid of the problem. But they didn't create the problem. They're just little innocent bystanders, and they, I believe, even little kittens have a right to live out their lives with, some mutual respect for them.
This is kind of one of our obligations that we have for control pet overpopulation. You can't charge for it like you could another kind of abdominal surgery because this is just such a routine thing. I mean, I don't know. I don't understand those that overcharge for this because they don't understand the damage that they do. So then that person lets their cat get pregnant, have kittens, and end up at a shelter and they kill them all. Yeah. What does that solve? We're not in the habit of keeping feral cats in our shelter. We try to encourage people to do spay neuter and then return them to their original location. So we don't want to keep them behind bars. That's really not a good place for a feral cat. If we do get a feral cat, we try to release it to a barn setting so that it can go back and do what it's used to doing rather than being confined where it doesn't want to be.
In order to address the overpopulation problem that's out there, the doctor and a lot of her associates are big parts of the trap, neuter, and release program, where we take cats that are out there that are feral, can't really be socialized, can't be tamed, they're just too wild to ever go into someone's home, trap them, neuter, spay them, and then release them back. And that way they get to live out their lives in the way that they're used to. But at least they won't be constantly reproducing and constantly increasing the population. Hopefully over time, those populations will shrink or just disappear, and we'll have fewer kittens every springtime to place in new homes.
So we have a really high adoption rate. Just about 125. We've pushed it over 170 in December, and January about 130. So we're definitely well over 100 every month. So about 100 a month, maybe 1,200, 1,300 a year.
Obviously kittens would be easier, and also because they're so young, they couldn't have survived on their own. An adult feral, I've been told it can take up to a year to help them come around to being accustomed to humans and trusting that we're not going to hurt them. I would give an adult feral a chance too, but obviously kittens are easier, and that's what came to us, was kittens.
They don't go anywhere. We keep them until they pass away. So we just, we have a room called retirement room. We have a room, sort of the oldies, and they just hang out. They're scattered all around. They just stay until they get adopted. So however long it takes.
They say, like, there's someone out there for everyone. I think there probably is somewhere out there a home for every animal, but some are just really hard to place, and it's understandable. Not everyone wants a cat that has paralyzed rear legs and needs to be helped with the litter box situation, and you know, because they can't make it there on their own. I wouldn't call any animal like 100% unadoptable ever. It just may take a really long time to find the right place for them.